go, go! Woo-hoo-hoo! Atta girl, yeah!
You've never seen a Model A like this. Duke wasn't going to rely on someone else to interpret his dreams. He found out the hard way that he had to build it himself, one part at a time.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh my gosh, we're here. We're here
We
in
are.
Tucson. This is ridiculous, dude.
Thank you.
I mean that in the best way possible. I'm gonna drive this?
Absolutely, that's the biggest question people ask me all the time. They're like, "You drove that here?" I'm like, "Well, yeah."
You have to tell me what this is. I mean, it's a Model A, but what is this, dude?
This is my personality in a rolling art form. That's what it is. I was born and raised in North Pole, Alaska. My whole life, I've always loved building things. I've loved tinkering with my hands. It's a sickness, but it's fine. I embrace it. It is a two-door 1930 Model A sedan. I got it off a guy in El Paso.
What configuration was it in? It was Model A, but it had been modified. Was it rat style?
It was rat/hot rod style. At that time, I didn't know how to weld. I hired a guy to bag the vehicle for me at the time. 6 months after it was supposed to be done, and it was covered in Halloween decorations in his front yard. It was a disaster.
The frame was cut.
The frame was cut, yes. I was out, like, on the total thing, I lost over 10 grand. It lit a fire in me. And I'm like, you know what? If I have a vision in my head of what I want, and if I want that vision to be a reality, I need to build that vision. I need to do the work. I went to a car show, and I was like, I'm gonna show off, you know? And I tried to do a big burnout, and I blew the transmission up in the car. I go to my wife, I'm like, babe, I got bad news. She looks at me, and she puts her hand on my shoulder. She goes, babe, it's time for you to build your dream car. You've been talking about it for years.
Wow.
You need to do it. And I go, hold on a minute. I'm like, are you okay? Are you?
Right.
Did you
Right.
did those words come out of your mouth?
Like, it's like the one thing that every guy wants his wife to say is, go build your dream car.
Absolutely.
And she's giving you,
100%.
hopefully, a blank check to go do that.
So I'm like, I'm going to do it to the nines. Like, I'm not going to cut corners. I'm going to do it to the max. And it is going to be every bit of what I want.
And you had never built a car before.
I had never built a car from the ground up, no.
Yeah.
You know, my buddy taught me how to weld, and he taught me the technique, and he goes, if you really want to know if you're into welding, get the cheapest welder you can, and you practice. And I spent hundreds of hours teaching myself how to do this. YouTube videos, it changed my life, and that also helped bring this to reality.
That was 3 years ago?
You've
been working on this a long
3.5
time.
years, yeah. It wouldn't have been possible to do this without her support and a lot of other friends that helped me along the way. Every part of this here was built in my 2-car garage. This frame was built out of 2x4, 1/4-inch thick plate steel. It's very, very heavy, but it had to be.
How much does this whole car weigh?
4,040 pounds is
Yeah.
exactly what it
Yeah.
weighs.
It's a heavy Model A.
It is a heavy Model A.
Right.
I do HVAC and welding as side jobs. I spent many hours on a hot roof going, this is going to get me one step closer. This is going to get me one step closer.
Right.
And if there's one thing I can tell people is if you have this dream, and it does not matter what anybody else in your life says. You're like, oh, you're an idiot. You're stupid. Don't do that. You can't do that. Watch me.
Right.
Watch me.
Right on. The people who say that you can't, you can do two things. Either let that ruin you and stop you from doing what you're doing,
Absolutely.
or let it be your fuel.
Yeah, absolutely.
To go and do it.
Absolutely.
So I really admire that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super artistic, obviously. And I know this is a piece of art. I get that from my mom. My mom is the best example of a mother that dumps every bit of her life into her children. I couldn't be more thankful for my mom sitting down with me when I was a kid and like, hey, let's draw. And hey, let's go build a snowman together, because I lived in Alaska. And my dad has been such a role model to me in work hard and your hard work will pay off.
Right.
And my dad's such a good role model to me.
You need a hug. You need a hug.
And
It's awesome.
because this doesn't happen without hard work.
Yeah,
And without either of my parents, this wouldn't have been possible.
it's awesome. I think, to be fair, I really need to just kind of like see the whole thing.
Just take it in.
Can we
Yeah,
look
let's
at
go.
the whole
Let's
car
take it
for a
in.
minute?
Let's take it in.
This is a Cummins 12 valve.
The base is a 1993 12 valve Cummins.
Right.
It is
First
a 5.9. It's a first gen motor. I didn't know how to build a motor, and I contacted a buddy of mine up in Phoenix. He was going to walk me through on how to do it, and we broke the motor open, and there was so much damage on the inside of it. All the pistons were junk. The cam was junk. There was just so much damage. I felt defeated, right? Because I'm like, I know what it's going to cost to do this in machine work. Like, it's not going to be cheap.
Tell me what you did. You bored it, stroked it. What did you end up doing?
When I took it to the machine shop, they took the crank out and they micro polished the crank. They took out like 1.5 pounds out of the crank, out of the rotating mass.
Nice.
And we were able to bore 20 over. The cam in this, I talked to my fuel guy, and his name is Evan Ratcliffe. Great guy. He's like, man, you need to run an ultra low lift cam so you get all your fuel down low. And so I found a cam that was a marine cam out of a tugboat. The head had most of the work done in the head. It was like all titanium head internals, Hamilton.
Stronger, lighter.
You can rev it to the moon, you know. It's built to rev past 4,000 RPM, which a lot of VE pumps are not. So they O-ring the head. And these motors, you can either fire ring them or you can O-ring them. If you're gonna run high boost, which, you know, I run 1 pound or 2.
Oh,
Not
come
a
on.
lot.
You run like 80 pounds of boost in this thing.
Shh, we don't need to tell any. I'm just kidding. We run a little bit of boost, right?
Right.
So I didn't want to do the fire ring because it's not as reliable. And if I do blow a head gasket,
Yeah.
the head gaskets are very expensive.
Yeah.
They're a lot more expensive. My fuel guy, Evan Ratcliffe, I sent him the injection pump, and he built the pump, modified the pump, put it in his personal truck, tested it.
There's a
and
whole
shipped it back to
conversation
me.
about P pumps versus VE pumps, and why
Correct.
would you want one or the other? Is it a reliability? Is it adjustability?
Well, I get this a lot on the social media stuff. Man, if you wanted to build power, you should have done a P pump. Well, I don't like to follow trends, really.
Really?
I don't like to conform.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm like, I know that I can build plenty of power with a VE pump in a 4,000 pound car.
Harder to achieve what you're doing?
Harder to achieve more power with a VE motor, but it is a lot more reliable too.
All right, so I'm not going to try and understand or pretend to understand what you have going on here with your exhaust and your turbos.
Okay.
Talk me through this.
Yeah, so this is a compound turbo setup. The small charger, we have a small charger, a small turbo, and we have a big turbo. The small turbo is a highly modified HX35 I had built by a turbo builder, a Tellman Belt Performance, and the car drives on this charger somewhere between 10 and 15 pounds of boost. The whole point of this turbo is to spool this turbo.
Yeah, to sort of pre-spool it, so it's
Correct.
doesn't take a long time to get up and
No,
running.
it spools it quick.
Right.
This large charger is a reverse rotation HT3B, and this is a 7686 reverse rotation HT3B. Like, I could have gone like with a modern, like real modern turbo, right? And it would have performed better, but like it wouldn't have been more old school. So I kind of wanted that old school, like early 90s. I remember hearing these turbos as a kid in semis and stuff, and that's what I wanted. It is a lot quieter than what you would think it would be. My wife likes that it's quieter.
Right? Has
So-
she driven this?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No, I am the only one that has driven this. No.
Let's talk about your suspension.
So
What do
the
you got going?
suspension, it's a kit that you can buy from Village Customs. They send you the arms, and then you adapt it to your frame. The front and the rear are both a 2-link cantilever bagged setup. The bags are from Air Slam It, and so they're a 2,600 pound bag up front, a 2,500-pound bag in the rear.
How much height adjustment do you end up?
And full lift, I get about 6 to 7 inches off the ground. So everything is built, transmission, rear end, is all built above the frame. So
Yeah.
if you were to lose air pressure in the car going down the freeway at 80, it would just slide to a stop.
Slide to a stop, right.
And it wouldn't damage anything.
You also put some finishes on here deliberately. Like, what did you do to your block? Like all that green stuff.
So I took just a Duplicolor,
Yeah.
like a heat-resistant rattle can.
Yeah.
And I rattle canned it in the bright lime green. And I let it bake in the sun for like 2 days. So it got nice and hard. Like shoot a little spot with black and then take a wire brush and just scrape it. And then I'd let it sit and I let that dry. And then I hit it all with clear coat. So I did it like one block at a time.
How did you bend your crescent wrench?
I had a bunch of friends send me like, man, you got to do motor mounts with crescent wrenches. And I'm like, no. I was like, I want to use it differently, right? So I just got it red hot and I put it in a vise and I knew the angle I needed I bent the angle with a coat hanger. And then I just went to town with a big hammer in the vise and just...
All your neighbors are... That's
Oh, yeah.
That's loud.
Yes, my neighbor, it's like you think taking your jack on a walk down the street is bad? No, that's not bad.
Right.
This was way worse.
Taking your jack on a walk. What's going on here?
So...
You've got all this like brazing stuff. What have you done here? You filled in all of this.
Yeah, so this is all silicon bronze brazing rod. If they have this real pitty, cancerous metal on this upper portion, it was a leather top car. Because moisture would get under there and get trapped. And then it would erode the metal underneath. You take a brazing rod and you heat up the brazing rod on the metal and you just massage it in there. Took a file and just kind of shaped some of it. And then some of it I left, like the upper front corners. I wanted it to look real,
It's
like a
Hollywood monster, like with blood and oozing stuff coming.
just
out.
very
like a big open sore.
Yeah, it catches your attention. So these are my dad's.
Your dad's butt pockets.
My dad's butt pockets out of his jeans. So every time I see those, I think of my dad.
Tell me about your doggy.
Oh,
Did he get a ride in this?
he did.
Yeah.
My dog was with me for 11 years, and I had to put him down last week, and he was here with me for the whole build. He would sit out here even when it was 110 degrees out here. He'd sit out here with me, and he'd look at me and be like, "Dad, I need some bacon. Take me to the drive-thru. I need chicken nuggets."
You'd take him, and he wasn't afraid.
And,
he liked it.
He loved it. I mean, he rode in this car, in this rendition of it, twice before he passed. And he was there the whole way.
That's cool.
The look I came up with on
Like
this...
the finish? Did you
Yeah, the finish
put a
I
chemical
did.
on it?
The way I did the same on my engine plate and my shocks, and then all the sheet metal in here. But I did like a smoked patina. But I took an oxyacetylene torch, and you just turn on the acetylene, and it puts off this real thick black soot.
Really?
And so you hang the sheet metal up outside, and it's really messy. And you just sit there and just go over it like this, and it gives it this smoked look, right? Because obviously,
Wow.
this thing smokes a lot.
All right, so you've got your air tank back there for your air ride, fuel cell. What else do you got going? Tell me about this.
So this is a Duraley transmission cooler.
Tranny cooler.
So this is the secondary one. The
Okay.
primary is down under here. That, when the torque converter is not locked up, it keeps it right around 170. When it's locked, it keeps it around 140. So that's good.
Okay.
So it seems to be doing its job.
Your big old rear end. Huh?
Yeah,
You
the rear end is
ride through there.
the rear end is a Dana 70
That is
out
big.
of the 1-ton Dodge.
Oh yeah.
And it's
That's
got
strong.
It's a posi rear end, so it's posi traction.
Right. And why did you choose this cloth wire?
That's a universal wiring kit from Speedway Motors. Most guys throw their wiring in the frame underneath the car, and you never see it, right?
Yeah, it's all exposed.
And I'm like, this is such a cool piece. Like, I've had so many people like, oh, did you use like cell phone chargers for this? Or,
That's
like,
exactly. Yes, it's what
like
it
so
looks
many,
It's
like
so
some people are
funny.
like, what is this? I had never completely wired a vehicle. I think I was like 315 hours to do all the
gosh.
wiring. So this is just a little.
Are you kidding me?
What's wrong?
No warning whatsoever. Holy crap.
No, that's what it's made for. It did its job.
Yeah, I got out of the way, and I was
You
aware
moved.
of you. Oh my gosh, dude. I love that you have mud terrains on here because I'm an old Jeeper, and I think this is super aggressive and gnarly. Are these used?
These are a set
Oh
of
my
used tires
gosh.
off of a Jeep, believe it or not.
Okay,
So
will this actually break traction?
it has, yeah, and it will. It takes a lot of boost to make it to break loose.
I did it. Oh my gosh. You do realize I feel like a very small little child in this car.
And I feel like Shrek over here on this side of the car. I built this side for my wife.
Right.
This size does not fit me.
Look at this. It's hardcore, man. Do not mouth off. I'm popping this off and smacking you in the face. You have so much going on here. Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah,
here.
your first one here is going to be the ignition,
Uh-huh.
so you can flip that up. Mm-hmm. That's going to bring on all your gauges, and then they'll go through a cycle. Your second one is going to be your accessories.
Okay.
This is going to be your switch for your air compressors. The fan 1, that's going to be your radiator fan.
Okay.
And then fan 2, that's going to be your transmission fan.
Okay, all those running at once.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the last one is your headlights
Yeah,
and
yeah.
lights and everything.
How does your transmission and shifter work?
So the transmission in this is a 47RH. It's out of a 95 Dodge 2500.
Okay.
And it's fully built. I did all billet servos, heavy duty Alto clutches. It's got a Transgo shift kit. So grab that lever right there.
So pull this back, and now these are all doing what? Why did they move forward, and what does that mean?
So this put it into first gear.
Okay,
right?
so these are just
you're
waiting to go into the next gear when they're
waiting to
forward.
go into
Got it.
gear. That is exactly correct. When they move forward, they go out of gear.
Okay.
Now, as you pull that one, now slam it back. Boom. See that one just moved forward?
Uh-huh.
It just moved to 2.
And are you like quickly
Yep, just like
grabbing
that. Yeah, when you pull it,
Are you
pull it
lifting
like
off
business.
the throttle like you would a manual, or just pulling
Nope,
it
just
and just going?
bam, bam, bam.
It's for speed.
Yeah.
Got it.
As soon as you hit third gear, you're going to want to lock up the torque converter. Like, you're going to want to, like, when you pull it in, you're going to pull it, and then, like, half a second, you're going to
All
lock
you
it
do
up.
is tap it, and it goes. And it
And,
goes in.
and you'll feel it.
But what is that doing exactly?
So that torque converter, like I said, it has clutches, and it hydraulically secures those clutches on the torque converter and makes the transmission and the motor 1-to-1.
And if you don't push that button,
If you don't, it's running through the fluid couple in the torque converter.
I keep signing up to do really stupid things.
No, this is fun.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And
It's like being in a weird mechanically controlled spaceship. Go ahead
This
and
is bonkers.
put her in park.
okay,
Okay.
now what?
Now,
We're not firing it up, are we? No way.
why not?
Sounds like a Dodge.
Yeah, it sounds like a Dodge.
Sounds just like a Dodge. Yeah.
Come on down to Duke Dodge. We'll build you a rat rod.
What happens if I do this?
Just tap it. Come on. Give her some more. Tap. All you're gonna do to shut it off is pull that red lever and hold it back. There it is. So that's shut down.
But our compressor is full. The tank
It
is full, so
it
we
is
can
full of air. Yes.
we can adjust the ride
So
height now.
there's no electronics hooked to the air system. The air system is all manual valves.
Okay. Ooh. That is weird.
There you go. That's good.
Because how much higher are we right now?
You're probably 6 inches off the ground. You're pretty high. Keep going.
Okay, we're at 50 in the front.
Right? And then the rear usually runs at about 85. 80.
Oh, it's so fun.
Right about there.
That's about 90. Oh, We hit the ground.
There's a ground.
You lied to me.
Well,
So that's 80 and we're dragging.
90-ish.
We're dragging. Oh my gosh. Just go a little more.
We can drag. Dragging's fine.
I have a feeling I know what happens when you drag the rear in this.
Do you like the 4th of July? Do you like fireworks? Woo! I love that sound.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Now we'll unlock it and let it keep building heat. You can try to shift into overdrive. You can just feel it shift into overdrive as you're cruising.
For sure. So my visibility is like through all of the exhaust, and when we come to a stop, I have to look out of the roof. Are we warmed up yet?
Yeah, we're good.
So I don't have this on, right?
You don't have it on.
All right. But
So
if
you can lock it.
It's awesome, dude.
Give it a honk. You're coming up to an intersection. Just bump up. Atta boy, yeah, here we are coming.
Awesome.
Okay, now shift into overdrive. And now it's going to lug down. And now give it some gas and it'll roll full. There you go. Good. Good, good. Now I'm going to lock it.
Okay?
Now give it a little gas and feel the difference.
Oh, that's 40 pounds of boost.
You feel the difference?
Yeah, for sure. Wow. You call this the Duke because it's you, man.
This is me.
This is you.
I felt this as a representation of my personality. And everybody that knows me knows I'm ridiculous. I'm loud. This is my redneck supercar.
Wow.
And I love it. I would rather drive this than a Lamborghini.
So far, we've only been driving it in automatic,
Yeah.
but I want to be able to shift them.
Right.
Now that we got some heat, we'll try
Yep.
that. We'll shift
Yep.
them.
So pull it down
totally
into
fine.
first gear. The little one, all the way down into first.
Yep. Oh my God.
So you're in first.
Yep.
Keep going, keep going. I'll tell you when to shift.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay, shift.
Jeez.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, shift. There you go.
Lock it up.
Now you can lock it.
I locked it.
Give her the beat. Gotta feed her the onions, so to speak. Blah, 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 blah. Going. There you go, shift. There you go. Shift again. Lock it.
Yeah, it's locked.
Atta girl. Good job.
Dude, this is easily one of the weirdest things I've ever driven.
Hey, that's a compliment to me. That's cool.
It's totally cool, dude. I can't believe that you're trusting me right now.
You don't do this to drive ordinary scary stuff? No way! That would be boring.
No way. I want to drive everything. Truly. I used to pester my friends in high school. Hey, let me drive your car.
Yeah, let me drive your car. So when you do this,
All right.
you're just gonna keep your hand on this one,
Okay.
and you're gonna shift in a second pretty quick. It's gonna be fast.
Ready?
Let go, go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Atta girl, yeah! Woo! You broke them loose. Seriously, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And it's been an honor.
You're welcome.
That you recognize this a little old redneck in his 2-car garage. Seriously.
You're a cool dude.
Thank you.
And I like everything that you worked for, you know, that you did yourself. It's so cool.
You guys need to go and like and subscribe to the channel.
Well, you heard it from him, man. Okay, wait a minute. So you told me you could let the air out. I waited all day to get to nighttime. Do it, man. Do it.
Here we go.
Let's go. Yeah. Holy crap, If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/Nicole Johnson's Detour or check out our awesome merchandise at NicoleJohnson'sDetour.com. And he wasn't going to rely on someone else to interpret his personality. What was the last part?
Sorry, I'm fat. My teeth are sweaty. Oh, God.
Is this a Canadian
It's
tuxedo?
a Canadian tuxedo.
I didn't know.